Hi traders, and a very warm welcome to the weekly Forex forecast for the 9th of February. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Let's go into the markets and see what's going on and see what the Quant Flow dynamic software gives us this week. And let's start with the DXY, and we can see that whenever we see a strong buy or sell, we are waiting for the price cycle to come up and then look for a sell here. So we can see that in action here. So these represent the 50 moving average envelope, and this represents the 20 moving average. Okay, so simple as that. As we go through the markets, we can actually see what's going on, and simply once the price has a price cycle here and here, we're looking to sell. Now what we can see from the US dollar index is that we can see that the buyers are coming in now, can't we? Not quite strong buyers, but nonetheless, I think this is probably going to go up to around this area, the 50 moving average, and then it will make its mind up. Don't forget, we've got non-farm payroll this week. It should be the first Friday of the month, but due to the shutdown, the non-farm payroll will be next Friday coming, so look out for that. So the dollar will probably remain mixed, but stronger dollar is expected in the next few days, and then we'll see what happens after the NFP. So what I do expect, however, we do expect probably at some stage that the dollar is going to weaken below the 50 moving averages, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Now in terms of the euro dollar, this is very interesting chart, because I am very interested in this as the price comes down into this strong demand area. So if it does come down into that, as it probably will, we will be looking for a buy at that stage if the dollar weakens and the price to go back up to 120.60. So look out for that. If you want to dive down deeper into the 4-hour chart, and you can wait for a confirmation of that break up. Not ready yet, but certainly looks like it could be ready in the next few days. Similar situation for the pound USD, as you can see here. It's above the 50 moving average. This is important. I've used the 50 moving average since 1982. Yes, I'm that old, and I have been trading that long. I don't think there's any other traders out there that have been trading as long as me that do coaching. But we can see the price coming down into this area here, possibly into this week. And if the dollar weakens, then we can expect the price to bounce in this kind of area, especially if we get a price cycle low into this price. We can again go down into the 4-hour chart. We can see and look out for the breakouts. But this is not ready yet, of course, but I think this could be ready by the next few days. Now, in terms of the Aussie USD, what we're looking for, in particular for a highly successful, highly profitable trade, we are looking for the price to remain above the 50 and then move above the 20. That's simple as that, really. There's other things we can look at. We can look at the lower time frame. We can come into the 30-minute chart, and we can look out for the breaks here and the previous breaks here, and so on and so forth. If you're a day trader, this is fantastic. The top-down analysis is really, really important. So what we can see here from the Aussie USD, we can see that the price is below the 20, but remains above the 50. So this is not a tradable event. We need to see that the price is confirmed that it's in a parabolic trend. Similar situation for the Kiwi. We can see that the price is highly likely to move down this week. This is not parabolic. This is certainly just a correction, and then the price may well start to move up into next week. So keep an eye on that one. The US yen is looking pretty good actually for a possible short. I would like to see the price come up into this area here to a 158.80 and then a possible sell. US Canadian, stronger dollar equals the US Canadian to go up, heading for 138.44. Similar to the US Swiss, you can see that the price is below the 50. This is a fantastic selling opportunity in the last couple of weeks. Yeah, it's probably 2 weeks there. We can see the price has moved above the 20 but below the 50. So this is a correction into the markets and probably heading for 79.44. Now this is an awesome chart. The reason I'm highlighting this is because we have a change of character. We're actually achieving higher highs on the Japanese yen futures. Remember that the futures predicts the direction for the yen pairs. Yeah, so if we see a weaker yen futures, we're going to see that the price rises on the euro yen, the pound yen, the Aussie yen, etc. That's the way it works. Now, in terms of this chart, we are expecting the price to move. It might not even move down, but it could come into this demand area, but it could simply start to move out. Now, as soon as the price moves above the 20, if it does, then of course that indicates that the price is going much higher, which means the euro yen, the pound yen, the Aussie yen all go down. So we're looking out for that. The other thing that the software gives you is targets. You can see here target 1, target 2, target 3. Okay, so they are the targets for the yen futures into the next few weeks. So keep an eye on that. This is looking red hot. Bear in mind what I've just said. If the yen futures goes up, all the yens go down. So there was a trading opportunity here, here, and all you're looking for, okay, a swing low above the 50 moving average. Keep your trading simple and you make a lot of money. And now in terms of this, so I am looking for this week, if the yen futures goes long, then I'm looking for a possible reversal on some of these. And the euro yen is looking particularly good. As you can see here on the 4-hour chart, we use our reversal charts here. So we've got a sell power of 64, which is exactly, which is what we want. Above 60, I prefer above 65, but nonetheless, and we're probably going to get divergent into the market as the price comes up to 186.50 around here. So that's the number to look out for this week. If it comes into 186.50 and gets rejected, then of course we will be looking for a short position to come back down into the support area down here. Now that support area is going to give us plenty of profits, and that is 313 pips. So look out for that. It's certainly one to look out for. The New Zealand yen, let's go back to the daily. This is the daily. And we can see that the price is moving up. We do have various targets to go for, 95.50 and on to 97.69. However, as I mentioned previously, we do have a swing low, which indicates the price has got much further to go up. So this is unusual. So if the yen futures goes down, then this will drive this much higher. A nice move on the Canadian yen. Congratulations. A beautiful move, actually, giving you 135 pips. You can see that on this is the 4-hour. We can see that on the daily as well. As the price come up and moved above the 20, above the 50, this is fairly congested. Now, I am interested in this, as I previously mentioned, on the Canadian yen as a sell, because I have a head and shoulders here, and I have a power of 64. So it's a 64% chance of the price falling in the next week or so. If I get that, if I get rejection at this level, then I am looking for a short. And you can see this here, and we have a power of 57. So it's a weak sell at the moment. Pound yen bouncing off the 50 moving average. We can see that here on the daily, but looking fairly congested. So we'll keep an eye on this and see what happens. Now the Euro Swiss is very interesting to me because it's hit a point where it's hit this order block here with a buy power of 72, which indicates that a bounce is likely on the Quant Flow dynamic software. And we can see that here on the 4-hour chart where the price has started to move up. And we can see we do have a power of 72. We have confirmation of divergence. We don't have a change of character yet. But nonetheless, this is an early entry. back up to 92.50. This is interesting to me as well because the Canadian Swiss agrees with the Euro Swiss to a certain extent. We've got a buy power of 69 on the daily with divergence, and then the price, actually we do have convergence. So the price is probably going back up to 57.50 into this week, or even higher into 58. Silver looks really good actually. If you're a buyer of silver, then this is coming into the 50 moving average. Now it does need to hold the 50 moving average to be valid. And what I mean by that, we do need to see the price action start to move out from this area. This is a beautiful pullback, by the way, and can be seen. And what I want to see is this price move back up here above $78.90. And then if it holds above that, then we're looking for a buy up to $120 again in the next few weeks. Similar situation for the gold. I've got a beautiful pullback here into the 50. You can't see it there, but it's coming into the 50 moving average. So we are expecting the price to hold, especially if the dollar weakens, because that will drive this higher. We can go into the 4-hour chart and see what's happening here. There's no breakout like before, but we could see that fairly quickly happen into this week. But don't forget, it's non-farm payroll week, so the prices may just, go sideways this week, waiting for that data to be released. Oil, a bit of rally on oil in the last week or so, as you can see here, above the 20, above the 50. So if you see that, just buy it, and then it's coming into supply. So we're going to have to wait and see on oil. Beautiful move on the UK 100, the FTSE, in other words. We can see the price had a breakout here at 9900, and now moving up and up and up. There's three targets: one at 10,300, 10,700, and 11,100. I've got the Euro Aussie marked because again this could be a reversal pattern on the daily. You can see here buy power 58, so it's a weak one, but nonetheless if we go down into the 4-hour chart, we can see that it's kind of hesitating. It's failed to go down twice, so we've got a double bottom pattern here and a head and shoulders kind of pattern. Higher lows being achieved, so this could bounce as early as Monday morning. The Aussie Canadian I've got marked here. Let me have a look why I've marked it. Interestingly, okay, I can see that the price has moved below the 20 moving average. We have a sell power of 62, which is quite strong on the daily. So I'm interested in this. Bit of a head and shoulders pattern going on there, but not actually perfect. Pound New Zealand. Now the Pound New Zealand is definitely not ready, but I am interested in this moving into next week, because if you have a look at this demand area here down at 22,308, it's got a way to go. I accept that, but if it comes down into this area, this is the area to mark and to take note of, because we have a buy power of 75 on the daily. This is very strong, by the way. So the chances of this price coming down into this area and bouncing are very high indeed. The probabilities of that are extraordinarily high. And we're only looking at probabilities, aren't we, at the end of the day? So this price has to come down into this area here on the 4-hour chart. So keep an eye on that. It's certainly one to look out for. Similar situation for the Euro New Zealand. We can see that the price cycle has fallen. But it may well fall a little bit more into this area with a buy power of 76. 76% chance of the price bouncing off this area and then shooting straight back up. So it's a fantastic way to get into the market. And of course, if you're a continuation pattern kind of a person, then you can actually get into this position on the Quant Flow Dynamics software. Bitcoin, if you're a Bitcoin trader, I'm not, but nonetheless we can see this price moving down and down and down. There's a buy power of 65 here. I'm not convinced of that, so we have to go down to the 4-hour chart. And as you can see, once the 4-hour chart breaks down or breaks up, it's very easy to trade this. Look out for the price cycles. And then you make a lot of money. So that's it for today. Have a great weekend, and good luck with your trading into next week. If you want to become a VIP member or want the signals, or if you want the charts, if you want coaching for 12 months, it's up to you.